Welcome to Keith and the Grill. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Chemda.
Big news. Alicia and Kendra are engaged.
Oh, two of the nicest people.
Now, we don't normally shout out engagements on this show, but if you're two hot chicks, nice.
Oh, my God.
Real nice. Congrats. Today's guest is Greg Warren. I'm going to play this for you. You remember him that we did after show interviews some years ago?
Oh, yeah. We closed out the show and then we kind of asked the guest, like, hey, what did you think about what we thought about you? So did you go into the archives, Keith? Welcome to the post-show interview of show 1852 with Greg Warren. Hey, Greg.
Hey.
How was the show for you?
I loved it. I thought it was fun.
It was your first time?
Yeah, it was. I'd heard a lot about it. A lot of my friends have done the show, but
did they tell you what to expect and what to fear?
No, most of them are lazy and they don't want to talk like any specifics about anything. Yeah, no, man, it's cool. But I did a little bit of research and on my own. But
did we throw you for any loop?
No, you guys,
Huh?
Just that question.
You got me fired up more than I thought I would be about stuff that I didn't, I never talk about.
That's good.
Yeah. I got excited more. Like, it's weird what I'm passionate about, but you guys found it.
I know, Pringles.
Yeah. Potato chips, seriously, are something that I could talk about for like 5 days.
You love Pringles. You love Jif.
Yeah.
You love Duncan Hines.
Man. Look at that.
I remember you 10 years ago, but I remember you.
Oh, my God. You got them all.
I got them all.
That's unbelievable, man.
Remind us how you used to sell these. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, you bought them. Somebody had to get those, had to convince the store to stock those, where to shelve it, how to price it, how to... maybe you got that on a discounted deal. Maybe it wasn't on an end cap if the sales guy was really good. Maybe you walked in, you didn't have to go to the cake mix aisle because they had a display, a secondary display of Duncan Hines cake mix. What flavor you got there? Is that devil's food or is that
just a brownie mix? Oh,
it's brownie mix. Yeah, man. We struggled. God, we struggled in the brownie business, Keith.
Yeah,
when I was there.
I like you think that you're Greg Hines.
Listen, there's no Duncan Hines was a real guy. I don't know if people know this.
Right. But he wasn't your uncle.
No, I was an employee, I think a loyal employee, but Duncan Hines was a guy who was probably the first restaurant reviewer in America. He was a guy that traveled around. He was a traveling salesman and he started writing up, little things about the places where he stayed and where he ate. And then they used his name to endorse this cake mix. Whereas Betty Crocker, my competitor, that's a completely made up character. You guys, that's
right.
And this is going to be particularly
shit.
Yes, it's going to be particularly offensive to you, Chemda, in that here's how they created Betty Crocker. At the company, they went around in the office and they found like the best feature from like 10 different women. And they combined it to make one girl. So that's what Betty's telling all you women out there is none of you are hot enough by yourself, okay? You're only hot in the aggregate. And Duncan Hines likes you just the way you are.
How do you get into the salesman business? Like, why Pringles? Why Duncan Hines?
Well, I got out of college and really didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't really... a lot of my friends were thinking about what they were going to do junior and sophomore year. And I wrestled in college and that's kind of all I was thinking about was the next match. And then I got done and I was like, I didn't think about what I wanted to get a job. And I had a journalism degree and I knew I didn't want to do that. I didn't really want to write. And my buddy was, I had a couple of friends that worked for Procter and Gamble in sales. And I had always heard that was the best sales job that you could get. So they got me an interview and I had to take a test and then I had to go do another interview. And yeah,
you have brand loyalty. It's like when the Army convinced me they're the best branch. These guys really convince you Pringles are the best chips out there, and you proselytize.
Well, I mean, you make it sound like some sort of brainwashing thing that like I
Coincidentally, every company you worked for was the best.
I was presented with a certain set of data, and I looked through it, combed through it, and made some decisions on my own. You want me to give you some facts? I mean, I never cared for Sunny Delight that much. That was one of my products. Keith. Okay. I didn't care for it. I thought Hawaiian Punch was a good product, but High C just killed us because they had more flavors. Okay. But if we're going to talk cake mix, I mean, it's a superior product. It's Duncan Hines is a superior product.
Is this your pitch, by the way? Are you like, hey, it's a superior product. Let me tell you something about Betty over here that you haven't.
That's not how I sound. That's not how I sound.
Sure?
That's not at all how I sound.
No, that was my sales guy when I went to the supermarket.
Yeah.
Do you stop people in the store like
No, I mean, I've stepped away from the business. I try to, I mean, I walk in a supermarket and I certainly take a look at the shelves. Yeah.
But you don't tell the manager what's up, right?
Nah, I don't want to get sucked back into it, man. It's, I got another career to be mediocre
Sure.
at.
I'm caught up on all your albums. They're all so good.
Oh, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate that. Yeah.
The latest one, no surprise, is called The Salesman.
Yeah.
And I notice what goes on in stand-up now. Used to be, I remember there used to be skits before the stand-up.
Yeah.
Then they got rid of the skits. Then it's just the introduction. And now it's like the person's already on stage mid-sentence. How'd that come about?
So Nate Bargatze directed this thing. It came out on Nate's YouTube channel, and he produced it and directed it. And he didn't have a lot of real on the edit. He kind of left it to me with like two exceptions. He had like two notes. One, I had this whole chunk of material that it was about like different college teams and stuff. And he was like, it's good, but it sort of doesn't fit with what else is going on. So use that for clips. And then the other thing he said, and this was late in the game, we had it where it's like, welcome to the stage, Greg Warren. And you hear some cool music. And I walk up to the stage and, you see me shake hands and, you do that dumb thing where you're like, no, thank you guys. That's too much. That thing. And then I go into the joke. And then late in the game, Nate was like, I changed my mind. I don't want any music. I don't want I like your first joke. I like your first few jokes. But
I don't like the way you walk in. But we don't have to go into why.
Well, I can tell that's the least comfortable. That and dancing are the least comfortable I am in any. I don't like that part when you walk up and they clap and you go, thank you. Then I awkwardly shake hands with the MC. I don't like that part. I've never been good at it. I don't like watching it. So I do like the music. Do you not know where to put your hands? So your hands. I know where to put my hands. I know where to put my hands. I don't know. There's an awkwardness to it. I don't like the way I walk. And Nate was like, get rid of it all. Let's go right to the joke. Just like flash up the title of the thing and go right to no music, just the joke. And I was initially like, that seems a little awkward. And now, I kind of like it, especially on YouTube. You're going to have people that they don't know who you are. So they're just going to be like, I give this guy 30 seconds and I'm going to cut to something else. And maybe we get a couple of them if you go right to the joke. Cause they're definitely turning it off if they see me walk onto the stage. It's that bad.
But you know what? I totally think that's cool. Definitely change things, less awkward. It's awesome. Next time though, consider as you walk on stage, playing a very particular song, because I think that changes it. Consider You Better Work, Cover Girl. Work it, girl.
And that would cost me $30,000 to play that song on the internet, which, as bad as I walk on stage, it might be worth it. I may start saving right now. Yeah. I think it's I think it's a good idea.
Well, I relate to Greg right away. The new album starts talking about important documents.
Yeah.
And I don't have any of these fucking things either.
No.
I let my license lapse during COVID, my passport lapse. It was impossible. Like several trips. until somebody had pity on me. Impossible to prove I was real.
And you're doing that in the in Queens, or are you doing it in
Manhattan? I'd go, but I went to like five different places. I went everywhere.
I went to that, when I moved to New York from the Midwest, I went to that New York DMV down by Battery Park or whatever. And I've watched the movies over the years, and it's always exaggerated how horrible New York DMV is.
Right.
It's worse than the movies. It was the most god awful place. And I remember I didn't have the right stuff, and they hate their jobs so much, but the joy that you can see them when they start to realize you don't have the stuff you're supposed to have, just that they cannot conceal how happy they are.
You're one off. You're one off.
Yes. And they want you to kind of argue. They want you to lose. They want you to flip out and lose it. And I gave them a gift. I was like, what? No, they loved it. They're so happy that was a horrible experience. I came back to Missouri several years ago, and I had to get my Missouri license, and I went to the DMV here. It was in a little strip mall, and I went in, and I was like, you know what? I would just spend time here, even if I didn't have to get a license. It was that nice. I would just come hang out here.
Did they have bulletproof glass like they do here?
No, they didn't. No, wow. They didn't have any glass. Yeah, we were open. It's the suburbs, man. People.
Yeah, in Pennsylvania, I go, I'm going to get my ID. They go, I know it's you, Keith. Here's your license. My wife was your teacher. I know it's you.
Keith, you growing up where you did, when you didn't have enough postage, am I getting this right? Your mailman would add it and
oh my
bill
God.
you, or you would be able to tape like pennies or nickels
both. We could tape extra on old stamps, but sometimes the postman would leave a note that he added a couple cents.
No way.
Yeah. So that's where I should go.
Really?
I go to, I should have went to Pennsylvania, drive a fucking tractor across a mud pit. I could have a license for anywhere in America. I was this close. Close.
If you tape pennies in Manhattan, they would beat you over the head with the change. Yeah.
Well, Greg goes, they go, you don't have your social security card? It's like the thing you printed out on a gum wrapper? No, I don't have it. You have your birth certificate? Birth? I'm 50.
Didn't you mention it something like, maybe it's at it's either at your parents' house or it's lost somewhere. I don't know. I just loved that whole bit. Every time I look at my social security card, I'm like, how could this be the most important information from the government? I almost sneezed into it. This is crazy.
It's the other thing is that I've always thought it's a social security card. Like it's a depressing, that's your number. Like at birth, you're given this number that's the number that's going to identify you for the rest of your life. And really what that number is they're saying, hey, you're welcome to the world. Here's your number. At some point, you're going to need it because you're not going to be able to afford soup. So you're going to need this to be on a program. There's a program. Things are going to be horrible at the end. So your life, no matter what you do, you're not going to make enough money. So you're going to have this number for this program that it's named after. And if you don't, and because you're going to be poor, you're going to be very poor and your life's going to be horrible. But if you have this number, you'll be able to slip by and get a couple of bucks here and there. It's a very depressing number.
I think they're trying to get you to voluntarily tattoo it on you and be like, we didn't say you had to, but you do have to have that number.
I would have done. Maybe I should have done that.
Just laminate.
Referencing the Holocaust. Stop it.
They don't let you laminate it. He brings up car insurance. They give you a piece of paper you have to print out yourself.
That bothers me. That's a shakedown, Keith.
Yeah,
that's a shakedown. A picture of a scissors. No. No. You cut it. I'm not cutting it. Not for the money. I'm a bad driver. Not for $3,500. You can cut it. You can cut it.
And then there's health insurance, and they go, "What's your group number? Can I send a picture?" How is everybody doing things but us, Greg?
Yeah. The group number. Again, I don't want to be in a group. And the group number it's about 2 digits short of a VIN number. It's and then they make those insurance cards. I think you guys are a little younger than me, but they make those insurance cards. The print on it is so small. Who's looking at their insurance cards more than anybody? Old people. There's no way to read these things.
Right.
And I think their thing is, well, most of these old people are just going to give up and not file a claim. They're going to get to the thing and be like, it's too late. It's too many. It's too small. I'll just not call. I'll just be sick.
Do you have somebody that you can reach out to help with help like this? Like, shouldn't you date just so you get help? I kind of my business partner. Unfortunately for her, I can turn to her too much. Yeah. I don't know how people get these fucking things done. We share a car, me and him.
Oh, do you? Oh, great.
And we got an easy pass. She got an easy pass for the car. Well, I want my own easy pass for the same car so I can switch off. Holy fuck, trying to get this done. They never heard of such a thing.
Yeah.
This easy pass.
Hey, let me ask you
I feel so
that.
stupid. Like, I can't.
Let me ask you about that easy pass. Because they just totaled on my car yesterday. I found out that yesterday I got to get a new car. And no accident. It's just there was the roof leaked, flooded the car, and then they were fixing it. They were putting new carpet in, leaked again, and flooded the car out. And it's got like 250,000 miles on it. So but I had an easy pass on there, and I got to get a new transponder or whatever. What I just send him an email or something, or call him up. I don't know.
I'm sorry. Your roof on your car leaked.
Yeah.
And then I'm sorry. It
All
was
right,
$250,000.
No, there's 250,000 miles. 250,000 miles. So the car, it's an Infinity. It's a nice car, but they had a problem.
You opted to fix a hole in some roof so deep with 250,000 miles, and then we're surprised that something happened to the car. Did you just surprise 250,000 miles and there was a leak so much it had water damage on your car, and you're oh shit, they just told me I can't drive my car anymore. I don't know. I've never changed my oil on the car, let alone understood what goes on. But your car,
I think she's calling me stupid, and I.
Oh no, I'm calling your car dead for a while.
It is dead, but it was running well.
You've been weekend at burning this car for I imagine at least a year. How many times have you broken down before you decided?
It's not that. It's a nice car. It doesn't break down. That's the thing. That's the thing is. Everything else about it's great. How did you have a hole in your roof? It didn't have a hole in the roof. I don't know. There's some malfunction with these Infinity sunroofs. I got a sunroof, and apparently it gets clogged up with something, and then after a couple of years, the water flows. It happened once before, and I got the carpet fixed myself. I didn't take in insurance, and then it happened again, and I was like, the insurance is paying this time. And then when they were getting it fixed, it happened again. And they called me like, hey, we're going to total it out, which is fine with me. But I know I sound crazy, but the thing was, I had another year in that thing, and it's a nice car, other than the mold. Yeah.
I called the easy pass. I'm like, I want 2 separate tags for one car.
Yeah.
Why? Well, I split a car with somebody. I'd like to pay my own bill. Yeah, you can't do that. Anything else I can help you with?
I love anything else.
I said, give yourself 5 stars. Fuck off. At one time, I go, I'm thinking, did I give the license plate yet? They go, no. I go, okay, a die. Click. One I hung up on.
Oh yeah. Oh, they get. Do you know who I am? Yeah.
Yeah. No. Okay. Well, fuck you.
Hey, do they? But let me ask you, and I don't want to sound like the DMV here, Keith, but
sure.
If you had 2, would that mean that you would just suction cup one when you were driving?
Yes.
And then
that's what I imagine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because mine's kind of permanently fixed up there.
Because you have 250,000 miles. You had that car before.
Well, I mean, she's going to keep coming back to this. She's just not going to let go.
You're still suction cupping your thing. You don't understand that Easy Pass now has Velcro. That's how old your car is.
Well, nobody told me about the Velcro. I'll be honest about that. I mean, I this changes a lot of my thinking. I love the Velcro thing. I love that idea. This changed a lot of my thinking on this.
One person at Easy Pass said, I know you're frustrated. I have an idea. And I go, okay. Just had to call 5 times. They go, when you want, pay your partner what you spend. I'm like, motherfucker.
Oh my God.
What a great suggestion.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
you're
they didn't get that the problem is the accounting. How are you supposed to know when then you would have to do accounting.
She used to tell me every time. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ryan V is asking if Easy Passes are waterproof now. Because he's noticing that your car doesn't break down, he says. He says it doesn't break down, it just fills with water. So he's just he's checking for you because we already just learned about Velcro.
The water did not get that high, Ryan. All right. It was
You weren't swimming in it?
I was not if we all know picture the Easy Pass, it's on the windshield. It didn't come up there. This was not that situation. We're talking about maybe a couple inches. All right.
Because you left your windows open.
I did not leave my windows open. There's a malfunction. Look it up. There's a malfunction with the Infinity sunroofs. And here's the thing that bothers me. Look at me. I don't like the sun. I never use that sunroof once, not one time. And that's the thing that is forcing me to get. I'm buying a new car probably tomorrow, maybe tonight. I don't know.
Wow. Birdie wants to know what's an Easy Pass.
Like you pay tolls.
No, don't tell her.
Oh.
Don't tell her. You need to leave your zip code. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's universal across America.
But
there's some states that don't have toll roads. You guys, and it's called different things in different places. You guys are East Coast elites. If making fun of poor Birdie, she lives in Utah where they don't have to pay for their roads or whatever, and you guys are coming down on her. That's not cool.
Okay,
and it's like
bad.
Sun Pass in some places.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Florida's Sun Pass or something.
No, if you go to easypass.com, you click the state you want out of all 50 states.
Not all 50 of them have it, Keith.
Well, if you don't need it.
No, there's some places that have their own system that my Easy Pass didn't work with. I go state to state, man.
Okay,
I'm telling you.
Snooker Man is reminding us that, listen, some of us are European. Okay, so I apologize. And Birdie, I apologize. You've been
No. Come down on Snooker Man just like you did on Birdie. Yeah. Why does Snooker Man get a pass, an Easy Pass, as it were? Why does he get it? Well, give him the same business you gave Birdie,
Birdie, I'm so sorry. I know you live in Atlanta. Kashell is saying super pass is what they call it in Florida. What it is you put it on your windshield and the tolls pick it up and charge you. That's it. So you can pass easily.
You don't have to pull your money out and give them, get change and all that stuff and deal with.
Yeah. And the thing is you don't even know that you're going through a toll sometimes because they don't even they'll just charge your car, whether you have an Easy Pass or not. So Keith doesn't even know that he's taking tollways until I get the bill and go, Keith, where'd you go yesterday?
Yeah. I'm like, I thought just the airport. She goes, well, you found a toll somehow. I'm like, I don't fucking know.
No, you got to deny that. I didn't go.
Yeah. Call Easy Pass and fix it.
Somebody took the car. I didn't take any.
We should sue.
Yeah.
It's crazy. During the pandemic, how did you hold up in general?
I think pretty well,
That's scary.
I think I don't know. I mean, I'm a road comic for 25 years or whatever, almost. I've used to being alone. And I got a lot of writing done. There was gigs here and there. It wasn't nothing for 2 years. I live in St. Louis. And there was a couple of windows where the club opened, but it was, like, it's just going back and forth. Like, they had to be spaced out and they can only have 50 people in the club. And they couldn't bring in headliners from across the country. So it was just me and a bunch of local comics. And I was like, man, I haven't gotten this much work done on a new material. And we just have like 5 of us go up sort of New York style and do a show. Nikki Glazer lives, she lives in St. Louis too. There was a few other comics. It was pretty fun, actually. I mean, I certainly didn't draw it up that way. I would have.
Sure.
Yeah.
Your dad accidentally happened to be during the pandemic. Was he
Oh, yeah.
woodworking? He cut off his finger.
He cut his finger off, and Keith, this is not the first time it's happened. I was like, Dad, we can only do this 7 more times. He did this, and he went to this place when he cut his finger off, Total Access Urgent Care, which
aspirin.
Exactly. That's where you get a flu shot. I was like, Dad, you go to the hospital. And then I had to take him to get surgery that night. They cleaned him up at Total Access. They were like, you got to get surgery tonight. So we go to this surgeon's office, and there's, paperwork to fill out. And the first question is, medical history. He's 78. He's had a long medical history. He's an ex-wrestling coach. He's extremely tough. I know there's some stuff that he has that he's not telling me about. So my system, when I get this question, is I check them all. I check everything. It says here your father has an ovarian cyst.
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
My dad wouldn't tell us anything. My dad doesn't share any information, so he doesn't share medical history at all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start checking everything for myself. What my dad had.
Yeah. Just check it all, man. See what they give you.
Yeah. I go, how many heart attacks did you have? He goes, who wants to know? National Enquirer, Pops. My doctor's curious.
My dad did the same thing. They had medication. And I go, Dad, I don't know what medication. And he goes, I don't feel like going through it. He goes, just put none. I'm like, I think you're about to go into surgery. This isn't the time to be tricking the doctor.
Right.
You know?
I also said you have everything. So it's weird you don't take a pill.
Yeah, exactly, man. I already lied. I can't. They're going to get real suspicious. But this guy, man, it was one of those, it wasn't in a hospital. It was in a surgeon's office. And the guy was a good surgeon, but it was just me and my dad and the surgeon in his office. And it was a local, so like my dad was awake, and I was able to be in there. And the hand surgery guy was pretty cool, man. We were talking. He was asking, he's like, hey man, you like Van Halen? I'm like, yeah. But pay attention to my dad, like, and then
did he really lose 3 fingers already?
Not like he's lost. I exaggerated for the effect of, but he's chopped parts of 3 fingers. Like he's cut his finger seriously enough where he had to go get medical attention 3 times while woodworking. Yeah.
All from a circular saw or what?
I don't even know what he has down there. He's tried to get me interested in it a few times, and I'm a bad son because I'm like, Dad, I don't care. I don't. He's got a lot of machinery.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Did you get shit as a boy growing up, not being interested in this kind of thing?
No. He wasn't interested in it until later. It was like a kind of retirement thing. I didn't. No, he didn't care about that when I was younger. I think this was always, it was that. And he had horses when he got older, he was really into horses, and I didn't want any part of that either. And luckily I was already out of the house, but my little brother, Devin, he had to do the horse thing for a while. Yeah.
I remember talking to Greg. He was, when we were talking to him, he joined West Point. And then, but he didn't like it. It was they yelled a little too much.
A lot. Well, you know about that. How long were you in?
They do. 2 years I signed up for, but it's only during basic. It'd be the same for you, but
they yelled at us, not just basic though. The whole first year. The whole first year is a giant. You would have to stand in formation, like every like 4 times a day, and they would come and they'd ask you a bunch of questions and inspect you. I remember several things. One of the funniest thing I've ever heard a guy say, it was at West Point, and Keith, you're supposed to be looking forward when you're in formation, and I guess I was like kind of looking around, and this guy comes up to me behind me, goes, "You looking to buy this place, Warren?"
Yeah, you are expected to look forward. That is true.
Yeah.
Greg brought up the point, like they really must fold a lot of clothes in war because they're really on top of how you fold your clothes. At West Point.
Yeah. See, there must be something important. They also would quiz you. Like We had to know all this information every day. Warren, give me the news. Sir, today in the New York Times, it was reported that Ronald Reagan, Ronald Warren, Ronald, are you on a first name basis with the commander in chief, Warren? Warren, what's the days? Sir, the days. There are 300 days till graduation. There are 230 days until ring weekend. There are 22 days until Army beats the hell out of Navy at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh, Warren? Pittsburgh? Did they move Veterans Memorial Stadium from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh, Warren? How did they do? Who authorized that, Warren? Was it your buddy Ronnie? Is that who did it, Warren? Yeah.
Oh
It was like, I screwed that thing up every time. Every time. There are. Say it again, Warren. Start over. Start over was the worst.
Right. I just got a thing from for being a veteran. I can see the Flash movie for free at a Lincoln Theater here in New York City. Very exciting.
That's cool. That's kind of cool.
I'm curious what would happen. I'm curious, like, what's it like with a whole group of ex-military?
Go, man.
I think I'm gonna go. But you know what? I got some. Speaking of the hospital, yesterday's show was very short. I was having like what do you call it? Like heartburn.
Yeah.
And all my senses, and they still are. They're a little short if you notice. And I noticed this today. Look at my throat.
What's happening?
I don't know. It's like black and blue, and it hurts to touch.
Well,
And
did
I'm
you go in?
freaked out.
Yeah,
No,
you
no,
gotta go.
I just saw it today.
You got to go in. You got to
No.
It doesn't look good.
What could it? The fuck?
Did you
Nobody
get hit? I know that's a weird question.
Yeah, in the throat. But other than that, no.
You didn't fall and not.
On my throat. No.
Well, yeah. I fell hit my
I mean,
throat.
you don't have to fall on your throat. You could fall on something that's sticking out, but maybe not
No.
realized or
No.
late.
Yeah, somebody jammed a pencil into my throat, but I don't think that's it.
I see your point. And okay, so did you Google it? Not that I'm recommending that. I'm just curious if you did.
I Googled it. Nothing, you're going to find, next thing you know, you're Googling is a cancer.
Yeah.
And it didn't seem like it until it was black and blue.
I don't think that's cancer, though. That's not, I don't know. I can't. I mean,
It's weird how many body things just go away in general. So,
Sure, but
yeah,
you
this
gotta
is a little
get that
freaky.
one checked out, man. You gotta get that one checked out. I thought you were just gonna say it's heartburn, which I went to the ER one time when I was in my 20s and told them I was having a heart attack, and it was heartburn. But
I went one time. They told me it was gas, and it turns out it was a tumor. So, like, you never know.
what?
Yeah.
What?
Uh-huh.
Well, the good news is it's the opposite, right? So this
Right.
looks horrible, and I'll be just fine.
You'll be fine. Yeah.
Right,
Kenda
right.
had a fart, and she almost died.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
My dad, when a few years ago, I came home and he said he had the flu and he was not looking good. And I was like, you got to go to the ER, Dad. This doesn't look good. He's like, nah, it's just a flu. And I finally got him to go to the ER, and we went down there and they go, sir, you don't have the flu. You had a heart attack. So like now I don't trust any of his, whenever he says he's fine. I'm like, yeah, like the time you had a heart attack.
See,
you
so
know?
this is why I'm asking Keith stupid questions. Did you get stabbed with a pencil, Keith?
I did not.
Okay. You don't know, Greg. You got to ask people.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Mrs. Shakti says cancer doesn't hurt usually. So you have that.
And people just get checked out with regular checkups.
Ryan V says Canadian fire smoke dyeing your skin and clogging your chest.
Yeah. How is that, guys? Is it gone?
It feels like it's gone. But
Okay.
Feels like,
Keith,
except for my throat, doesn't feel
Yeah.
like it's gone.
Yeah.
that
Maybe
you're
that
having-
is what it. Nah, that wouldn't be it.
That's weird. Black and blue from smoke inside.
Right.
No, black smoke. I mean,
Like common sense tells you that would be the color.
Oh my God.
See-
Are you? We have another recording after this for Q&A, not to like.
I get so excited
Put
doing this
ourselves out
stuff though. Like I had shortness of breath when I was bitching about Saudia on last week on Keith and the Girl. It didn't stop me. It was very fun to do.
Are we recording after this? Are you insane?
yeah, his face is getting a little red.
His face is always red.
It's always
Okay. All right.
It comes from his weird accent. It's
well, I'm going to go to a doctor as opposed to a hospital, so it's
Yeah.
going to be too late by then.
Yeah. Yeah, that is
For the doctor, I mean, today.
You're not going to go to the hospital. You're going to go to a doctor.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I mean, go to the hospital means go to the ER.
which
Yeah.
can be rough in a city. Can be real rough.
Go to Lenox.
Astoria, it's probably nice, right?
Don't go to Astoria. Go to Lenox Hill, 77th Street.
They also they
I know, they
try to
all
fix
suck.
you there, and then they send you home to see a real doctor.
Yeah. Yes, but the hospital has to take you no matter what insurance, even if you don't have insurance.
I do. Not to brag, I have a piece of paper. I didn't cut
There
it
you
myself
go.
yet.
There you go.
but-
Tell her, Keith. Yeah.
The hospital will give you the x-ray right away, where I don't know if the doctor facilities has that. The ER has to can get the okays to put you through more tests than your doctor. Your doctor will then send you to an MRI, an x-ray, or whatever.
Oh,
And-
I see what you're saying. Yeah. They have all the stuff there. Yeah.
Yeah.
John is writing, and maybe you twisted your knee. That happened to me this week. I think it's different, but we'll see.
Bertie is saying hit up an urgent care. I guess that's in the middle.
Yeah. They aren't bad for like the only thing they can't do the heart attack test.
Keith, are you having a heart attack
I-
in the throat?
maybe like a No, I don't think so.
Well,
I
they
don't
found
think so
out that
either.
my heart was by my shoulder. Keith, is your heart
What?
Oh.
in your throat? Could it be that?
Yeah, her tumor pushed her heart up to her shoulder, so maybe mine's up to my Adam's apple or something.
Yeah. Like, have you been feeling a migration internally?
Looking back, no, but if I Google enough, I'll feel it.
Are you jealous of my scar?
This is weird. It feels like it's growing as we're talking.
It
No.
is. Don't know him. It is. It's growing. This is crazy. We're just sitting here talking like you're not about to explode.
Man, I'm freaking out now, guys. I wasn't
Did-
prepared for this.
Did you punch yourself in the throat to prove something to Craig or some weird shit?
No, I can see doing that. No,
He had
Did
to
you-
consider it for a second.
Right.
He took a beat there.
I'm like,
He
oh
was
no,
like,
Craig's
"Ah,
in Kansas City. It wasn't
ah."
that.
It wasn't Craig.
I haven't talked to him lately, so no.
Did you piss off Kyle and she choked you just a little and you didn't think it was,
No,
like,
she's the one I just drove to the airport, so no.
Okay.
Did you get into an accident on the way to the airport and this is your way of telling me?
I think we just get the car totaled, as they say, and
Yeah, man, yeah, guys, I know all about that, man. Get that thing off of there, the Velcro, the easy tag.
well, you
That's
can.
my own. Yeah, get that out of there, man.
Okay. Let's see what else. Ryan is asking, smoking too much DMT?
No, in
Okay.
fact, I haven't been smoking for a while. I've been taking edibles though.
Why? Because your throat hurts?
No,
Okay.
just edibles is easy.
Okay. Captain Swiggy saying, please don't die.
Okay.
I've been
Yeah.
listening too long and I'm kind of attached.
Well, and Swiggy's. Ask Swiggy. He's obviously a military officer. What would he's probably can diagnose some of this stuff. The captain. It's
Captain, what say you, Captain Swiggy? Keith,
that's
how many
what is
days
that, Keith?
until
That's
silent
that's
trailers?
an 03, right? That's a third. Yeah, that's a guy's been in the military as an officer for 6 years or something.
14 days till silent trailers. 13 days to the poker championships.
I have a kid do that days at my house now. He comes over, the neighbor
Oh, yeah?
kid. I'm like, Josh, give me the days. Sir, there are 11 days until the Chipotle coupon on your kitchen table expires. Did you forget the rest? No, sir, that's the only thing going on right now.
60 days until I quit, 122 days till I become an adult and you stop telling me what the fuck to do.
What's the biggest health scare you ever had, Greg?
Oh,
But it is weird how they go away. Like your gum can swell, it goes away. Your side hurts.
yeah.
it
I mean,
goes
I
away.
thought I was having a heart attack probably twice.
Mm.
Three times, I had the heart attack test and nothing. I was just
Just a big
dehydrated
burp?
last time. I was just like really, really, I felt horrible, but I was just dehydrated.
That's it? But what symptoms did you feel?
Like completely, like I didn't think I was having a heart attack. You know what? I went to the urgent care and I was just like exhausted and I thought I was probably dehydrated. Cause you know how like sometimes when you get when you get real dehydrated, no matter if you just drink a ton of water, it doesn't help. You have to have salt and other stuff.
What got you dehydrated so much?
I don't know. I think I was playing a lot of pickleball during the pandemic and I overdid it one day and then maybe ate some bad food that night before. So I don't remember. But
that's some hard pickleball.
They just we're playing hard. It was like singles. It was hard.
Singles.
Yeah. So
by the
so
way,
I went to
pickleball is so fucking giant right now. I've never heard of this fucking word until 4 months ago, where I go to my knee doctor and go, hey, I need to fix my ACL. And he's like, look, we're not going to be able to fix anything in your knee, so you won't be playing pickleball. And I'm like, okay. And then he keeps going and like, look, we're trying to get you to like be able to continue biking. Pickleball, not in your future. I'm like, sir, what is with pickleball? I'm like, I don't even know what pickleball is. And ever since then, it seems everybody who says any kind of activity, it's pickleball.
Well, I just
drop into the simulation and I'm supposed to go, right, we've been talking about pickleball for 20 years. Have you ever heard of pickleball, Keith?
I just got really sad.
Why? You're on the cutting edge. I'm the
No,
dork.
I'm just sad that
only
you're
when
never
everybody did.
you're never going to be able to play pickleball. I don't know what I feel horrible for you. You're a young girl.
I am.
That's a terrible sentence that he just told you right there. You're never going to play pickleball.
Let me tell you, you are 1,000 times more concerned about this than he was.
I'm heartbroken over it. I'm way more worried about that than I am Keith's throat at this point. So you're just not going to get to play this guy. You got to go see somebody else. This guy, you're too young. You're too young for him to tell you can't play pickleball. Okay.
I agree with you. I went to a second guy. He's like, look, we can get you a third pickleball, diagnosis, but I don't think pickleball's in your future. I've been pickleballing campaigning for months, Greg.
I got a guy
pickles just in case it has something to do with it.
It doesn't, but I like what you're trying. I mean, I like the effort. I got a guy here in Missouri. If you can get out here, we're going to see if we can't take a look at it. I mean, you're just much too young to not be able to play pickleball. I don't feel, I don't, Jesus.
Yeah. I know.
Never.
I don't even want to tell you. I can't even bowl. I don't even know. Never.
Well, bowling, I could see walking away from that, but not pickleball.
I knew I was missing out. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to my doctor and let him know what you said.
Yeah, man. That guy's a quitter. I don't like what he's saying.
Charlatan.
All right. So I'll go to urgent care.
Yeah, go there.
And I'll keep Newsy posted. On recording, if we can record a little later, perhaps. I say this in front of everybody, so she has to say yes.
Yeah, or not today. Go to the fucking hospital. I don't know if you understand this. This is urgent.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Don't go to the same guy that told her she could never play pickleball.
No kidding.
Yeah, exactly. That guy's
gonna.
He's going to tell you that's the first thing he's going to say is, well, pickleball's out.
You can't announce pickleball with that throat.
Yeah.
No, being a podcaster, the throat's a big thing.
Yeah, man.
People in, Yeah.
If this was Sterling or whatever, that guy'd he'd be at urgent care already. The guy that does the Yankees play-by-play or the whatever they call it.
I follow.
Yeah.
I follow. Yeah. All right.
You want to keep talking or you want to
I don't know.
Oh man, now I'm invested in this thing. I had an afternoon planned, a very little worry. I'm doing some baking with my nephews and now I got this. And knowing the New York City urgent care, it's going to be a while before you get a diagnosis, right?
Greg, this could be the final show. You could be our final guest. Keith
Stop it. Yeah. Well,
he loves doing shit like that. This would be his way out.
It's the final episode of Keith and the Girl, but launch Greg and the Girl to
I'm still here. I said I will go to urgent care. All right, I'll go.
Yeah, you got it, man. Yeah. Discoloration.
That can't be good, right?
A bump and discoloration. I don't know what says go to the hospital more. I don't. Can you breathe? No, that's another thing. Oh, okay. Shortness of breath. I can't really talk. Yesterday's show was a half an hour. I'm Keith Malley. I actually care about how long my shows are, but maybe on Friday, since we're not recording, go to the doctor.
The only thing I'd tell you is don't take some sort of no pickleball diagnosis lying down like Hemda did. Like,
Right.
She just rolled over on that deal. Yeah. Stick up for yourself.
For a dark red, purple, or blue swollen throat. But then they add in like fever and.
There's no fever, right?
Are you
there's
sure?
no fever.
You don't know?
There's no fever. There's
It
no.
doesn't look feverish.
It doesn't hurt when I swallow.
That's bad.
It does not. It does not.
I know.
You think it should? If it's black and blue, it should hurt, right?
Yeah.
It hurts to press on it.
You know what my dad would say?
Don't be a
Cut it.
pussy.
Don't press on it.
Why don't you cut it? See what comes out.
No, don't do that. Don't do that, man.
Like a
I don't-
pimple.
Don't do that. This is terrible advice.
And
Don't
then
do
and
that.
then you go to the urges. It's like, guys, I'm in a pickle. And then we got a whole pickle theme.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I
All
just
right.
can't believe a girl your age can't play pickleball ever.
This is the saddest part of the show.
It's terrible, man. Yeah.
I know. This is, you know what this is? First of all, you guys must be feeling bad. I think you're here just to console me because I'm having such a hard time with this triggering emotion. But what's funny is this is the longest goodbye that Keith ever did because he does not want to go to the doctor. You are dying. And this is the only time you're not closing the show.
So how are you doing, Hemda, today?
Oh my God.
I mean, we're here. All
You
right,
guys,
I'll go.
since we're not closing, final words for Keith. I mean, go ahead. I'll be reading the chat.
This
I
is
don't know.
very macabre.
June 23rd and June 24th, Greg will be at the Comedy Zone in South Carolina.
And Keith will be dead, so might as well go see Greg.
Jeez.
June 30th to July 1st in Utah.
Captain Swiggy saying Katka nomination, saddest moment. No pickleball for Hemda.
July 7th, the Ice House in California.
Put some ice on it. See if it matters.
Take a look. The stand-up's very funny. I heard it all, though, so I can't be listening to that in the hospital, but
Oh yeah,
I'll figure something out.
Yeah. The salesman on
YouTube,
The sale on YouTube. Yeah. Greg Warren, the salesman.
it's very funny.
Thank you.
Very fast,
I
very
hope you guys
pleased.
check it out.
Maybe I was laughing so hard that
Couldn't
I
have been that.
ruptured something in my chest.
Couldn't have been that. I
don't
can't
know.
see now. Hold on. Let me see one more time, man. Yeah, that's discoloration.
Oh, that's bad.
It's just a bruise, probably. It looks like a bruise.
But I didn't hit myself in the throat.
Yeah. It's
We're back to that. See?
I
All right.
know.
Well, here's your final goodbyes. Are you ready?
Okay.
Captain Swiggy, love you, Keith.
Thank you, Captain.
Bad beef. Thank you for trying, Keith.
Bless you.
P.
when I come
Jason,
back on this show, I want to see that's Major Swiggy at that point.
Right,
I hope there's a promotion by the time I come back.
B. Jason says, you're fine.
Okay. All right.
Ryan V says he was a good man, a great author, and a connoisseur of fine shirts. Birdie says, I would like to bequeath all the toys. Oh, I would like to be bequeathed all toys and any snacks currently in cabinet.
I have tons of snacks and tons of toys.
Okay, but if you don't close the cabinet after you take said toys and snacks, you forego those. Also, Bad Beef says here's 99 cents. So I'll be using that.
Can I use it? I got to go to urgent care.
I think you're done.
So I got Hemda's email. I got to email you in like 2 hours and ask how this turned out.
Yes.
And don't be funny or cute. Just tell me. Don't say like Keith's dead or something. Okay. Like,
I wouldn't put that in writing form. I
Don't be funny or cute. Keith's dead.
yeah.
Okay. Don't be funny or cute.
this is the reputation I now have
Right.
with Greg.
All right. Well,
Glitter
anyways,
Neurosis is apologizing one last time, so you can have an apology on your way out from this earth.
I do like apologies.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I would like to say my final words is, Keith, you were right. You do have the worst dad, and compared to him, you're pretty cool.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. I am in better spirits. Thank you. No, I gotta live. I gotta put out this that emails book.
Yeah.
You know?
All right. Okay, go to the hospital or some shit.
All right, I'll do something. Greg, good seeing you. I mean,
Nice to see you guys. I really enjoyed talking to you. I always do. You guys are great, man.
We got to yap again soon for sure.
Yeah.
Relish
Yeah.
it. Well, if you say it, just because you say it doesn't mean
he's not going to die. Would you stop it? This is like,
how do you know?
We
He
never
doesn't
know.
even know how he has a black and blue mark on his throat.
It's.
I'm saying
man.
maybe something happened. He goes, no, I'm dying. And Greg is like, no, he's fine. No,
I'm not.
maybe you fell. I didn't fall. I would have noticed I fell. It's probably.
I'm with you advocating he goes to get medical attention, but I mean, I don't think we need to. You're just making it worse.
Wow, I'm very powerful.
Yeah, the bruise has gotten a little.
Yeah, right. Ever since he was saying it's down to here now. All right, everybody. KeithandTheGirl.com/VIP. It pays for my hospital bills. I appreciate it very much. It's every show we've ever done. It's all these spin-off shows.
If you think Keith should live, click like wherever you are.
Give me a thumbs up on YouTube. Yeah, always got to be working, Greg. You know.
This is horrible.
Yeah.
Just
Greg,
real quick, can you email me, Keith? If you die, I get the company. Just super quick.
Oh, you need a paper trail?
It's just that time of the business year.
I don't think that holds up in court. I don't
Are
think
we
that
in
holds.
court? Greg, why are you
I'm
ruining
just
my
saying
afterlife here?
That email is under duress, and I think if anybody listens to this podcast, they'll see that you were angling for something, and you're going to be a suspect in a murder case. I wouldn't. If anybody's listening and this is going down, and that email comes across, you're in a lot of trouble. Okay.
All right. More subtlety. Noted.
All right. Follow us on social media. Okay.
Follow us somewhere. I'll
tell you where we'll be. Hopefully not 6 feet under.
Oh my God. Now I feel bad.
I'll update
No, you don't. No, you don't.